Craig was first. Jim, if we got time.
Craig Durgan, 801 Old Lily Point Road. I believe that this form that you have here does serve a purpose. There's nothing binding in it, but you know, we can talk all about these lawsuits and all that. It's really irrelevant. Allowing the citizenry to come up here and speak to you gentlemen, I think does serve a good purpose, and I would urge you to continue it. I do believe that if there's issues of not answering correspondence, maybe you need to get on top of that. On a different subject, I've operated power plants for 28 years. Most of them larger than what's being proposed over at the mill, steam and diesel. Really, there's not a lot of alternatives we have up here for power that won't put out some type of emissions, unless you want to go with nuclear, which no one seems to like. I mean, days like this, you're not going to get solar. Even days like this, you're not going to get wind. It's not blowing hard enough. The mill does provide us with a lot of jobs, a very good base for our economy. I think it would be foolish to presume that we could just run it out of town and everything would be just fine. We need to keep the mill going. The mill is using expensive diesel. Okay, on board ship we didn't use much diesel. We used heavy fuel. It's almost like road tar because it was half the price. The wood waste is probably quite a bit cheaper than that. A lot of people bring up all these anecdotal things and vibration issues and all of that. The big one that they're talking about is this fly ash. They have scrubbers to take care of that stuff. They've had it for years. They do use them. And, you know, I believe the Department of Ecology is probably quite well aware of that. Those people know more about this than you gentlemen. I mean, it's not an insult, but they just do. So I just think that all of this outrage that we hear from people is kind of misplaced. The smell from the mill comes from the pond. It doesn't come from the smokestack. And most of what you see coming up that stack, quite honestly, gentlemen, is Watergate. They dry paper there. They need to get it out. And that's what you're seeing. So I would caution you against going with the hysteria. We need to keep the mill going. And this power plant could be a very good thing for us, especially now that we're going to take over the electrical power generation for the county through our PUP. Thank you.
So, Jim?